Hey, 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 beautiful heart. What is vibing today? I know it's been a long time coming. I have been MIA for a while, about a year actually. It's amazing what happens when you take a year to yourself. Anyways, we'll get into that at another time. I'm happy to be back. I've missed all of you guys. Thank you so much for everybody who has been reaching out and sending just love and support and just good vibes and thoughts. It makes my heart smile, and I hold each of you in love and light and just send oceans of love to your heart. Anyways, all right, let's talk about this energy. So it's been a bumpy start to 2025. Not just on a global scale, on as us for individuals. And forgive me if I'm tripping over my words, not talking right. Feels like the coffee is kicking in. So many of you, and I know because you guys are reaching out, as well as, in my Sunday classes, the energy is chaotic and strange. And if you've been doing this inner work consistently, then you know that this energy we're under now feels a bit different. So the old part of you may be wanting to react, pop out of pocket, let your mouth run away with your ass, things like that. This is not the energy to do that. This is all about the discipline, going inwards, connecting with the heart. What has happened cosmically, we have officially shut the door on the patriarchal system. We are full blast ahead with the matriarchal system that's coming online. So we're going from more of a mental state to a heart state, because the patriarchal is all about the mind. It doesn't incorporate the heart, where the divine or the feminine side of life is the heart, the emotions. So it's a contrast in energy. And if you're not aware of energy and how it works, its characteristics and things like that, it is so easy to fall back into an old thought pattern, habits, beliefs. And for those of you guys who have been with me for years, who know the methodology I created and I teach, then you already know this, because I've taught you how to break it down. I've taught you how to read the energy. But that doesn't negate that, yeah, there's still that human side to us, monkey mind, altered ego that ran the show for so long. So at this time, we're having a lot of that altered ego, monkey mind wanting to pop up. Similar type of situations, whether it's with people, places, things, your job, whatever. It's old patterns resurfacing. For some of you, because guys, this is not a one-to-one reading. This is a collective reading. So take what fits for you, leave the rest. But for those of you that have been doing this work, and this is coming up, but yet it feels a bit different to you, like even trying to respond in the old way just feels exhausting. Another way you could be feeling this is if you do pop out of pocket and your mouth runs away with your ass, you're going to feel it in your body. You're not going to feel well. You're going to have aches and pains, things like that, because here on this channel, we talk about all that. We are all about metaphysics. We're all about the full body system, understanding ourselves and how to become the master in our life. So self-mastery. And that's what these readings are all about. I I can do love readings and tell you what's going on with the other person. Many of you know. Many of you found me because of that. That is just one little piece of the puzzle. My sessions, my readings are more focused on you, because you are the most important person in your life. The conversations you have with yourself are the most important, critical, vital conversations you will ever have. We were not taught this growing up. Most of us were taught to be people pleasers, to not trust our voice, to shut down, things like that. Well, guess what? We've done that. We've played that play, and we're not doing that anymore. We're not here to be shut up. We're here to take up space. We're here to be larger than life, however we choose to be. So now that I've set the stage of what this wacky energy could feel like, you could be feeling like an inner peace, and then there's just chaos swirling all around you. You didn't do anything wrong. We're just learning to navigate in this new timeline. So what is the story saying? The story here is saying, this one right here, this is the Hanged Man. This one is in reverse. So this is telling me that there's a new perspective that you need to be looking at, but you're not. Instead, your energy is saying, hey, I just want out of here. I want to go start new somewhere else. Totally get it. Nothing wrong with that, except, are you being reactionary? Is this more from your mind versus your heart? The reason I ask, and I ask you to ask yourself that, is because if so, that's an old pattern, and that's what you want to stay away from. All of this is coming up, again, not for you to go, oh my gosh, I thought I worked through this. I'm still broken. Number one, you're not broken. You never were. You were misaligned with yourself and all that you desire, but you were never broken. So one other thing that I need to call out in regards to this old monkey mind energy, it's a habit and it's comfortable. Even though it's led you through some very uncomfortable things, it's what you've known. It is a mask that you've created. And here we've got justice in reverse. And in this deck, this is the King of Hearts. So there is emotional justice that wants to come in, but your own energy is blocking it. All of this is saying there's resistance here, because now we've got the Emperor. For me, the Emperor is somebody, yeah, it's a big boss, but what I'm talking about is you in your own life. And you have bossed up a bit, but then look, we've got the Cheshire Cat here. I absolutely love his vibe, but he represents the moon energy, things that are hidden, or they look one way on the surface, but they're completely different underneath. You're caught in one foot in the old, one foot in the new, and so you could be feeling really spacey, kind of lost, like, whoa, what's going on? Things can feel very new, odd, or off. The key that I'm trying to get out here is this isn't a time for analyzation and deep diving. You've already done all of that. This is really coming up to say, hey, are you still in alignment with these old ways or these old beliefs? If so, great. Life is going to send you more of those experiences. If you are not, all you need to do is go, okay, hey, I see you. I honor the time we've spent together, but I no longer need those experiences. Because, guys, truth be told, we all came here to have experiences, to work things out, to learn. We are creator beings. We came here to create, and then we got ensnared in the matrix. The matrix is an illusion. It's a false reality. I know it felt very, very real. That's not what I'm saying. I'm speaking in this overall context of it's not truth. And if something is not authentic, it's faked, it's a replica. The matrix is a replica. It's not authentic. It's a fake version of truth, of divine destiny, of purpose. You are being called at this time to drop everything into your heart space. Any type of decision you need to make, something going on, you're not seeing right. Maybe people in your circle are acting funny. Remember how you used to get all up in the tea and try to analyze and basically judge, well, this person did this, they said this, so blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it doesn't work anymore. This is all about, if you don't have the answer right away, guess what? The answer's not going to come from your mind. It's coming from your heart. Getting used to dropping things into your heart and letting your heart give you the answer. You are a being of love. And I know that that hasn't been easy getting to this point. For many of us, love was challenging. But again, remember, it's the matrix love. It is the counterfeit to unconditional love. So yeah, this counterfeit energy, it's hurtful. It's painful. There's betrayal, deceit, lies, manipulation, gaslighting. That is not true love. That is the matrix. And above all else, you need to have this unconditional love for yourself first. Remember at the beginning, I was saying the most important relationship and conversation you'll ever have is with you. Why is that? Because the conversations you have with you set the scene. They set the stage for your experiences. Why? Because you speak to yourself from your beliefs. And guys, I'm not here to teach a religion, a dogma, a way of life. Well, I am here to teach a way of life, but I'm not here to push any type of agenda. What I am here to do, and what my goal is to get you questioning everything you've believed. Questioning your own belief system, things that you were taught. Ask questions. Ask, whose energy is this? I'm here to help you become a master of your own life. Doesn't matter where you came from, what your story is. The sooner you can drop that old story, the easier life will become for you. Because now it's about writing a new story. See here, you thought you've lost inspiration. You thought your best days have already come and gone. No, 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 my friend. No, they are just beginning. Remember, you're an actor in your own Broadway show. If you've been feeling grief without, I don't want to say a valid reason. You don't need a valid reason to grieve, but without something tangible leaving your life, but yet you're in this grieving energy, take the time to allow yourself to grieve, because you're grieving an old version of you that you can't take with you. That old version of you served you well. That was your survival mode. You are safe to drop survival mode now. Yeah, coming back into this sensual love. Absolutely, it could mean, sexuality or sex, things like that. But that's not what I'm speaking about when I'm talking about sensual love right now in this energy. I'm talking about a love that oozes off of you. And it can't ooze off of you until you've given it to yourself, being very gentle with yourself, looking yourself in the mirror and doing that mirror work of rewriting that story. Those parts of you don't like, you start pouring love to them and watch as things change. Yeah, there is some caution coming up, which is wisdom. You don't need to jump into things. You don't need to people please anymore. If people are uncomfortable in your presence with what you're doing or saying, that's on them. That's for them to go work out. Truly, it has nothing to do with you. You're a mirror. But with caution, love, this also is saying, hey, don't rush, slow down. I don't care if this is a friend, coworker, lover, boss, family member, whatever. This is saying, hey, you don't have to rush. Take a step back, drop everything into your heart, let your heart guide you. And look, self-love. What was I talking about? What is this whole reading about? Self-love. The more you honor yourself and fall in love with yourself, the less you are able to be manipulated from people outside of you. May is not the time for you to be manipulated. May is not the time for you to take on others' opinions or advice. May is about you. Really honoring yourself. All right. I'm going to close this out with a Mary Magdalene Oracle card. Creation. What did I say? You are a creator being. This chapter of your life is about creating what you want, not what you don't want. Guess what? This energy is about creating in an energy field you have not been in before. What does that mean? The way that you've manifested or shifted before isn't going to work over here. It's different. This energy is about knowing you are a creator being and that your words, your beliefs, and your emotions create that story. Be very disciplined in what story you're creating, what thoughts and feelings you're allowing in at this time. For those of you going, oh, I know, but it's so hard. Stop it. You've negated forward movement the moment you said, but it is so hard. You just qualified it as hard the way that you used to. That's part of your old story. In this creation energy, in this timeline, it's supposed to be with ease and grace. Get the hell out of your own way. Watch your words. Watch your thoughts. Watch your feelings. They are creating your daily experiences. Bottom line, you don't like the experiences coming in your life? You need to change the experience. How do you change the experience? By your thoughts, your beliefs, and your words. All right, beautiful heart. I hope you got something out of that. It's great to be back with my current schedule. I'm not sure when I'll be posting or what have you. So make sure that you're subscribed and you like the video so you can get updates on when I do post so you're not missing out on anything. As always, I'm sending you oceans and oceans of love from my heart to yours. Alakai.